Hello there and welcome to Adie Craft, and we're back on Adie's adventure today and it's episode 16. Today I start off, as you can see from this time lapse, by turning the fantasy island into an island and removing some of the areas where it's connected to the land. With the island now turned actually into an island, then I have got this lovely big space and I've cleared some more of the trees, and this is where I'm going to be doing my next build in the fantasy area. And what I'm going to do now is just add a bit more shape to this, and up here we are going to have a fantasy windmill. So yeah, just on top of this, I'll probably like I say, just curve some of the bits off around the edges and maybe even build it up. But yeah, probably just flatten this off. I've got an idea for quite a sizable windmill to go here, and what I'll probably then do is add some wheat around the edge, so that we've got a bit more. A few more things to trade with the villagers, like we'll have obviously our sugarcane now that we've got this farm over here. The other thing that I want to do in this episode is actually start setting up a couple of sheep farms, a couple of wool farms over there, and what I've decided to do is I'm going to pop them through in the area underneath the iron golem farm because, well, yeah, there's a big empty space there, and as long as I cover them in glass and non-spawnable blocks, that should all be good. But yeah, the next thing to do is just to trim this off with a bit more dirt, and then come back to you ready to build those wool farms. I'm over here now in the area that I'm going to be putting these automatic sheep farms, and what I'm going to be doing is lining them up all the way along here, and yeah, basically that I'll obviously cover them in glass and non-spawnable blocks so that nothing can spawn on them and these golems can't spawn on them, even though they should be too far away for the spawning anyway. But yeah, I don't want anything else spawning around here. And what I've got here is a whole bunch of observers, some dispensers, hopper minecarts, and some other bits and pieces that I'm going to show you how to pull something together. And basically this is a design that I've made, but it's very, very similar to lots of other designs out there, I'm sure. So it's quite simple to knock these up. But first of all, the sun is now going down, and I am going to head to sleep. So how do we make one of these then? So, well, first of all, I'm going to show you just some of the mechanics, and let's just pick a spot. Let's go here, why not? And first of all, we've got a chest, and then we shift click our hopper into that. Now what we need to then do is we're going to be placing a hopper minecart on top of this. So we need to do that with a hopper minecart here. So that's just going to sit up there for now. Then we need to start surrounding this with some blocks. Now what we want to try and do where possible is leave it so that the grass can spread back to the block that we're going to have here. And what that is going to mean is that when we do harvest when the sheep does eat the grass, then the dispenser kicks out the shears and actually shears them. Then there's more spaces for the grass to actually spread. So first thing we're going to do is then place a block here, and we're going to have a dispenser, an observer facing into this, and this is what's going to give us then, let's get rid of the rails which have gone in here. This is what's going to pick up the signal when it comes out. We're also going to have some redstone coming out the back here, which is just going to get powered by this observer. So now this is basically the basics of the entire thing. The only other thing that you need to know is that there's a dispenser here. So this is all the mechanics of it. What we're going to do is we're going to actually push down a grass block into this hopper minecart, and we're also going to surround this on these sides here with some more grass, and also coming out here. So that gives the grass the maximum chance to spread back to these blocks. We're going to get some glass now, and we're going to place some glass here so we can actually open the chest with a transparent block. But we do want to surround this this entire area so that the wool can't just pop off once it's actually been placed. So let's head up here. And one of the benefits of glass on grass is that it doesn't turn the grass itself to dirt, which is great for this design. So what we'll do is we'll pop this up here. We'll just place some glass, can't speak properly. We'll place some glass here. We'll just use a piston so that we can place a piston down. And actually, we could have done that a bit closer, actually, but let's use whatever block we can. Might as well use another grass block, because this will then spread. And what you'll see when we do this is that actually then moves that grass down. And I've gone and double shoveled it. Right, we can do it again. It's fine. So get ourselves the downward facing piston. This time we can do it in a bit of a better way. Might as well block up with some redstone now, and then just do this, and then that will do this, and then it means that we're using an axe rather than a shovel. So what we've got there is now anything that falls on this here, and we'll just demonstrate with the spade, will be popped into, if it goes in the hole, come on, into this chest that goes through the hopper minecart. And there we go. Now the next thing we need to do is make sure we've got grass surrounding that block. And the way that I'm going to do that is take out some of this glass actually and replace this glass here with some no, let's leave it as glass. Like I say, I'm making some of this up as I go along. And what we are going to do though is get some more grass and place it here and here on the two sides. We'll put some glass at the front, but grass itself can actually drop down, can actually spread downwards as well, which people forget. So by having it here, we've got all the grass around it. We've also got this grass above to help speed up the process of it spreading. And what we will also do then is we will cover this in glass so it's not spawnable. And we will also get a trapdoor, which I haven't got, and a sheep in here. So we're going to lead a sheep up with one of the leads, bring it in, drop it into the hole, and then close all of this off, and then we're good to go. Well, after some sheep wrangling, I have the first of the guys in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a trapdoor here like so. And then I am going to get some glass and just finish this off like this. And the reason for doing that is it makes it spawn proof for a start. Here, entirely spawn proof. And also, if I decide that I want to change the colour of the sheep, I can just actually open up this trapdoor, dye the sheep, and then in the future he will be, he will be the other colour, and so I can change the colours if I need a particular amount of a certain type of wool. Now the last thing to do is to come around the back here, and actually I've done that wrong. It isn't the last thing to do. Good spot there. What I need to do is actually put that on here with the redstone dust in front of it, and then I need to click in here and fill this with shears. So this should now last as long as it needs to, and we may not see it. He's just eaten, in fact, but as soon as the grass grows back and Sheepy gets hungry and eats the grass block beneath him, there we go, perfect timing. And then we have some wool, so perfect. So yeah, this is now one module of these done. And I am going to build up a whole bunch more of them, 16 to be exact, to cover all of the colours. So I'm going to have probably more than 16 actually, but I'll start with 16 and make sure that I've got enough sheep to keep me going and enough wool for the rest of the builds that I want to do. Well, now we have the incredibly satisfying set of multicoloured sheep all in place. And as you can see, we've got at the moment one of each colour, and it's almost as if I planned that the 16 fit in perfectly in this space. And now what I've done is I've just taken the redstone off just so I could make sure that they were all dyed. As soon as I add the redstone back in at the back here, then they will immediately as soon as they eat, start to be sheared. And this is really happy with this. I've been meaning to do this for ages and not really got round to it. So now that once I put this last bit of redstone in there, we should start to see some. Yeah, there we go. Losing their lovely wools. And let's put this in there. I've got some spare dyes in there as well. All good. So yeah, this should hopefully keep going whenever I'm in the area, and I'm not sure how the mob spawning works, given that this is spawn. I know it works for iron golems, but I don't know how it works for loading these. I think they should be in the area where they're loaded, in which case in theory we will get loads and loads of wool. So yeah, there's that one's not gone yet, but yeah, this is where I changed the colour of some of them. So we've got a fair bit of wool ready to collect up whenever we need that. But the next thing to do is back over there and get building. And what I'm going to do is quickly go over there, show you where I'm going to build, and then kick off a time lapse. And now we're just a hop and a skip across from where we were with the iron golem farm, and now the wool farm, and also the hostile mob farm. All of which seem to be working really well and getting me some of the essential resources that I'll need going forward. And yeah, I've got this big space and I'm going to be building quite a big windmill here, and it's going to be a fantasy style windmill similar to the builds that you've got there, but obviously slightly different as with all of these. I'm looking forward to building that. So now I'm going to kick off a time lapse to show you the building process. So welcome back, and I've now finished the windmill. And of all the builds that I've done so far in the fantasy area, to be honest, I think that this is my favourite. I really like how this one's turned out. I'll give you a quick look around this. Again, I'll cut in some replay footage for you so that you can have a good look around how this thing actually looks when you get a decent view of it. And from that you will also see a little bit that I've been doing quite a bit of work around the actual build itself. So before we have a look inside, you can see that I've actually started doing these paths, and these paths, if we just follow them through here, take us through between all of the builds. And I've gone for quite a simple design to kind of fit in with the fantasy area. I'm really a big fan of path blocks. I think that they are a lovely block, particularly when you get them together and just mix them in with the grass. But yeah, I've added on in stairs up to all of the different builds, where we've got different verticality and different height. But right the way through now, this is the start of the terraforming, the terra shaping, to bring everything together. So yeah, loving this now. And you'll see here I've also hidden lots of lighting all around the build, so I'm starting to get rid of these torches over a period of time. I haven't extended it too far, But yeah, all the way around the paths at least, I've now got some hidden lighting, even though the majority of the paths themselves are spawn proof anyway, because they are the path blocks or the slabs. But yeah, having a look at this, I've also started to, and I'll just pillar up here with some scaffolding quickly. I've also started to plant some wheat fields. Now, this was basically all of the wheat seeds that I could lay my hands on. Went around pretty much every chest that I have, and have just added these in. As this grows, I'll harvest it, and I want to bring it round the other side and right the way around this windmill as well, just to kind of bring this build to life. But one of the things that I really like with this windmill as well is just the sweeping nature of the fins, the fans, whatever they're called, on the build itself. And yeah, like how that's turned out. But I have also done the interior for it. So as it's starting to get dark now, there is a bed inside. I will show you the build from the interior. Now, I've tried to keep this in keeping with it being a windmill. So what we'll see here on the ground floor is there's not a massive amount of space, but we've got this big grindstone. We've got some of the hay bales from where the wheat's being ground from this being turned around. We've got just some chests in here, and we've got some bubble columns going up and down. I'll just take you through to the second floor. Here is where we have the bed. So just to sleep quickly, get rid of the night. And in here we've just got a little table and chairs. Again, not too much going on in here. Up here to the next floor, just got a little library and some more storage. Up again to the actual workings of the windmill. So again, as I said, I tried to keep this quite authentic. So we've got the main beam going across. This would turn a cog that would then interlock with this, which would then turn this round to grind the wheat down beneath. Final thing we've got up here is we've just got another bit of storage for some of the wheat, and yeah, just some books and some more barrels here. So quite a simple little design, but we've got some lovely views out the windows here. Lovely views basically all around the build. When you come to this window, you can see all of the pathways that we've done. I think they do look really, really nice, the way that they just kind of wind through and around the builds. And so this is just obviously the start of the bringing the whole base together. Obviously, I'm going to be building in some more of these giant mushrooms. I'm also going to be building in some custom spruce trees and things going forward. And yeah, just loving how this whole area is starting to come together now. I'm really, really happy with this build, how we've now got it as an island, and really, yeah, I achieved quite a lot in this episode, if I do say so myself. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please do let me know in the comments. Let me know any future builds that you'd like to see. Again, also let me know if you'd like to see this as a tutorial. It would be quite a big tutorial, because it did take quite a while to build this up, in all fairness. It's quite complicated with the different layers and things going on. But yeah, just love the way that this looks. So yeah, if you've liked it, please do let me know. If you'd like a tutorial, let me know as well. And yeah, with that being said, if you haven't already, make sure that you do subscribe and hit that button to make sure that you can get any updates and get any notifications, so you don't miss any future videos. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on Adie Craft. Bye!